So, good afternoon, everybody. So today, I've just come back from a week worth of living history weekend, out camping and stuff like that, playing with fire. And obviously, I'm using, for ease, using matches and firelighters and stuff like that. But I've got a whole lot of fire strikers and flint. And I've got a little bit of charred cloth. And it made me think, first off, let's harden my flints because I don't think they were striking properly. And so we did that, and that was very cool, but that's a different video that one of my friends took. Well, it got me thinking about charred cloth. Now, we talk about charred cloth, and that's all, 18th century here. You can buy nice little tin kits of your flint and steel and charred cloth. When we think it back in the medieval age, charred cloth, unless you're using, a very, very old tunic that's at the end of its time and you're going to use that, you wouldn't be using cloth. Cloth is horribly expensive, and there's lots of other things that you could use, such as the bits of flax that weren't able to be turned into linen. And so what I'm currently doing is heating up some of that. So I've got leftover, I think this is cotton, but what I've done is whenever I finish an event and I wash my clothes, I make sure when I put it through the dryer that I only have my linen going through, and then I collect all the lint out of that to have as the tinder. So as it is out of the dryer, it's not dry enough, so you actually need to create this charred cloth, which basically means that you've got to get it charry and withdraw as much of the moisture out as possible. Now, what they currently say is get an old maple syrup tin, poke a hole in it, and put it in the fire. You'll see it smoking. When it stops smoking, you know it's ready. Well, one of the problems is, again, charred cloth. You probably didn't use it. Also, there wasn't very many maple syrup tins back in the medieval age. So I was going, well, what would they use? And so what I've done is I've found a pot that looks very nice, but arguably isn't period, and another pot that just happens to fit perfectly as a lid, but it's not quite airtight, which is perfectly fine. And what I'm doing is I'm heating this up and getting it hot enough. This is a horseshoe forge that I'm working with. And hopefully I can get the heat up, and due to my excellent YouTube cropping and editing skills, I'll probably just turn this off and you'll see another part 2 where I've actually got the charred cloth. But anyway, that's the idea, that I'm going to restrict the air into here. I should see it smoking. When it stops smoking, it should be ready, and maybe we might even test it. We'll just wait and see. Okay, thank you very much.